Hey, yo, it's me, Pops Van Marmalade, and you're watching the Comics-Related Madness Network. Uh-huh. So come get some. CromCon. CromCon.
If you're a fan of comic books and comic book conventions, Daytona Beach Comic Con needs to be on your list of must-attend events. It's a show that actually focuses on comic books. Imagine that! This year's event is happening on Saturday, September the 6th, and Sunday, September the 7th. Silverline creators will be there, so we'll see you at the show. If you find yourself in the Orlando area, and let's be honest, doesn't everyone come to Orlando for the House of Mouse? Head over to Coliseum of Comics to get your comic book fix. Be sure to check out their location on East Colonial Drive, where they carry a wide selection of independent comics, including Silverline books. Stop by and don't forget to tell them Silverline sent you. Hey, if you're an independent comic creator looking to get your comic printed, look no further than Kablam Digital Printing. They print our comics and do a fantastic job. They can even print special edition covers. When you reach out to them, be sure to tell them Silverline sent you. Looking for a bold way to boost your business? Advertise with Silverline Comics, reaching readers across the U.S. and around the world. Affordable rates, passionate fans, and national and international exposure, all packed inside thrilling, action-packed comics. All ads must be PG-13, perfect for reaching all ages. Spots are limited. Grab your ad space today and become part of the adventure. Silverline Comics, where adventure lives and your brand thrives. Email us at silverlinepublishingllc@gmail.com for more information. And make mine Silverline.
Hi, this is Tim TK, host of That Silverline Show on Tuesday. Join us at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific every Tuesday night as we discuss pop culture and the joys of making comics.
Hi, I'm Barb Kilber, co-host of Silverline's Wednesday Wham. Join us each Wednesday nights as we discuss comics, literature, movies, and anything else that may catch our attention.
I'm Roland Mann, and I host Silverline's Silver Sunday. Join me every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern as we make mine Silverline. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Silverline's Silver Sunday on this August the 10th, 2025, year of our Lord. I am your host, Adam Roland Man. I am excited to be here tonight as we are going to talk about the Fantastic Four. Warning, spoilers ahead. I am joined, as usual, by Mr. Roberta Conroy. Fantastic colors on cat and mouse vipers and other things. Say hi, Roberta.
Hello.
Roberta is in the negative zone tonight. She's floating at. Since we're talking about the Fantastic Four, she figured she'd get out there and see if she could find a nihilist.
I see some Kirby Crackle.
That's right. And we're also joined by It's Fantastic himself, Mr. Tom Mason. Say hi, Tom.
Hey, everyone. Welcome.
And joining us again to talk about the movies, guest from the Wednesday Wham, the Twilight Grim artist, and other stuff, Mr. Rob Davis.
Hello. Yay.
What's happening, Rob?
Same old stuff, just at the drawing board.
That's right.
As you can see behind me here, I'm working on an assignment for Roland.
Sweet. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you see it there?
I do. Wow.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. Well, that's I assembled it from sketches that I did.
Okay,
I put it in Photoshop, and I moved everything around, sized it, and then printed it out, and I'll put that on my light table to kind of tighten it all up and tighten up the pencils on it.
Right.
So
sweet. One day
sometimes I could just do it on the board and get it going, but this one was kicking my butt. So I broke it down into pieces, into bite-sized pieces, so I could put it together. Yeah. Sometimes you got to do that.
I was going to say, here's the thing, because, you've been at this for more than a year or two. The good thing is if something's not working, you have the resources and the tools and the knowledge to shift gears and say, you know what, this process is not working for me, so I'm going to try something else. You know,
I mean, I've got a sketch here of one of the characters. I mean, I've got 3 pages of sketches of him. Started out like that.
Yeah,
that's to me, that's really unsatisfactory.
Right.
It just, you know, so you know, I did the bigger pieces that went to the smaller, and this one down here at the bottom.
Yeah,
that
like
one,
that.
I'm going, okay, that's the pose I'm looking for.
Yeah,
so I came up to the top, and I did it a little tighter, and then did an ink over the top of it. Now look how small that is compared to the other ones I've done are like this size.
Right.
Yeah, this guy came out of the pencil.
Yeah,
just right onto the page. But so I put that in Photoshop, blew it up. And then I pieced together all the characters with some Kirby crackle behind them.
Appropriate for tonight.
Yeah,
nice.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, and I will I'll pencil that after we get done tonight. Tighten it up, put it on the light box.
What I like about this is what I love about process is where you get to a point where it's like you instinctively know, well, this isn't what I want.
Yeah.
And you just keep noodling and you know, just like Roland and I do as writers, we'll just keep, I don't like that paragraph. I'm going to go back and I'm just going to noodle it and come back to it later and noodle it some more until I get something that I can play with.
Yeah.
And then move on. But at no point did I hear you say, oh, I've lost the ability to draw, or I hate drawing, or it's my tools.
I have drawer's block.
I've got drawer's block.
Yeah,
or
there is no. Well, I over all these years, I've learned techniques to get through the block.
Right.
Artists get blocks too. A lot of times, the biggest trick I use is before I close up the studio for the night, I start something new.
Right.
And just start it. So it's on the page. So the next day, I'm not coming to a blank page.
I love that.
Yeah, that's what I do too. I never.
That's the biggest one I came up with. Now there's others. Yeah.
Okay. I never finish a chapter.
Right.
When I'm writing, and I never finish the page. So if I'll stop in the middle of a page if it's a comic book script or a TV script or whatever. And if it's a book, I'll stop in the middle of a chapter. I will never finish. So I don't want to face the blank in the morning. I want to
exactly.
But I will leave myself. I'll skip a little bit of space because it's on the processor, right? I'll skip a little bit of space and give myself a couple of notes so that I'm like, okay, here's where my brain was going, right?
Right.
Because you may not remember.
Right.
You may not remember.
Especially after I sleep.
You need some cheats, but you want to be able to pick something up in the morning. And because I think the hardest thing is to, you know, once you have your coffee or your soda or whatever it is you need to get going in the morning, is to just realize, oh, I got to sit down and look at that blank page again. No, I don't. I'm excited. I got to finish off the thing I was in.
Yeah, exactly. That's the biggest one I come up with. The other one is if I do have to sit down at a blank page, and I just can't come up with anything, I just start doodling. Just move the pencil, and eventually it starts to flow. Something will come to me.
Right.
If you're just sitting there staring at it, it's no good. It'll just eat you. It'll eat you alive. So just keep your pencil moving. And hi, Tommy.
I was going to say we are joined late by Mr. Thomas Flormani Jr. in a secrete hideout in Texas.
It looks
secrete.
Like,
is that what I wrote? Secrete.
I was thinking maybe he was
on it.
Well, fix that for me because I can't fix it. I can't even set my camera up right.
It looks like you're in a Star Trek spaceship circa 1968 or something. Where you just or maybe like a French
my camera,
like a French verite film from the early 60s.
Oh, this is bad. I can't fix this. Oh, wait a minute. No, that ain't working either.
Just hold it for an hour.
No.
Just sit there and
It'll be fine. Yeah.
All right, I got to come up with something else.
Prop it up against something.
So someone told Tommy to remember the Alamo, and he says, "I do. Here I go." And he headed off to Texas in a secret hideout. Now,
did you ask about Pee Wee's bicycle?
What is that here in Texas? Something?
It's
His Great Adventure.
No.
it's in the basement of the Alamo.
Was it?
I must have missed that one too. I don't know. I don't get that one.
Oh! Don't move.
Don't.
Well, that's
Don't.
much
don't-
better.
Okay,
Don't
everybody
sneeze.
sit still.
Got it.
Now fix the lighting. And
Oh, that's better.
And don't
Yeah.
cross your legs.
Yeah, yeah. Don't uncross your legs.
No, not cross
Yeah,
your legs. I don't want
please.
to. I don't want a free shot. No.
No,
Save
no.
that for your OnlyFans account.
Man.
I was stretching.
This
I'm
is
just stretching.
Isn't this supposed to be
Yeah.
G-rated or GP-13?
I got to send.
13.
I got to send money to Only Floramonte now.
Yeah, but the problem now is that I'm doing this from my phone, and my phone is like 5 feet away from me, and I can
You can't see
barely
anything.
y'all. That's right.
So Tommy's like, what's going on in there?
What's going on?
Yeah.
Get one of those Sherlock Holmes magnifying glasses.
So does anybody have any news? Anything exciting happened this week?
No, I don't have any news. What a sad state of affairs.
Yeah, I think Roland's got some news.
It's hot.
So a buddy of mine from college was getting rid of all of his. He said he didn't get rid of all of them, but he was getting rid of like most of his comics, and he was letting most of them go for like next to nothing. And he was selling them to his buddies. He had already gotten rid of some of the choice, the high value, high value
Right.
stuff, because he knew none of us would probably give it that much for it anyway. But he sent out a list, and I just went through it and saw all of his, because he was an 80s indies guy, but way before I was, right? I knew a lot of these things existed because of him, right? He would say, "Have you ever heard of the DNA agents? Crossfire and the other one, right?" And I'm like, "No, I've never heard." He would show them to me. Right? Oh, these look really good. Why aren't they published by Marvel and DC?
Because the creators own them.
Yeah, no, I know, but see, this was back before I was fully getting into, fully understood, everything about indie comics. And so what I'm holding in my hands, this is just a part of it. I bought a long box of stuff. Okay, this is
That was 80s independent comics.
And for those of you,
yeah.
you collectors
cool.
who don't put them in long boxes hold 300 comics.
Yes, they do.
Approximately.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
And when you
They
move, that's
are
heavy.
Yes. Well, I'm going through them in the long box and I'm logging them into my tablet. You guys have seen that before, and I'm rebagging them or unbagging them, mostly just unbagging, not rebagging many things, because his bags are 30, 40 years old. They
They need to be changed out.
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of them,
Definitely.
a lot of them, I get them out, and once you stack them up to, stack a few of them up, they look yellow.
Yeah, it's like a baby's diaper.
Right. But
Yeah.
so they're all 80s independent stuff. Nothing outside of that. Is what I ended up with, and like Rob said, I ended up with about 300 of them. But this stack right here, this is just my stack of the Whispers that I got from him.
So let me ask the most important question. Did he recently get married or recently get divorced? 'Cause that's usually why people get rid of their comics.
He did recently get divorced.
There we go.
Oh man.
So-
Okay.
So he
gotta
either needed
downsize.
some money or he didn't want to call the stuff around
downsize.
anymore.
I
Yeah.
think,
His present squeeze doesn't like comics.
I think
Doesn't quite understand.
Those aren't coming in the house.
I think it was a case of
He moved in with his brother, and his brother said, "You're not bringing this stuff in my house."
it's like I've got way too many of these. He reads comics still, he said, but not that much. But anyway, so I am thankful that I was I was on the list of pals that he emailed when he was getting rid of them. Because like I said, here's just in great condition, just the first 4 issues of Whisper,
Yeah.
So, and you guys know I love to cheap box dive. This will go a long way to filling in a lot of holes that because I love the 80s stuff. It's
Also,
pretty much what I'm looking for.
my favorite thing in the 80s books are the letters pages where they talk about all the great things that are coming forth, and to occasionally see ads for books that never materialized.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I always wonder, I wonder whatever happened before the age of Wikipedia. You had to wonder what would ever happen to that.
Well, just before we went live, one of the other things that I love about 80s books is going through and seeing names of folks that we know, right? That's Del Barris, in case you can't read.
Where they started, yeah.
Of course, Del is, of course, the artist for Teen Beetle for us. But
Right.
then that was issue number 1. This is issue number 3 here. And this signature here, everybody probably recognizes.
It's mine.
Norm Brayfogle.
Right.
You see there, 1986, Norm Brayfogle. So, God bless his soul. He's no longer
Yeah, I was
with
going
us.
to say he's passed it.
I think he had done
Sadly
New
passed,
Talent
yeah.
Showcase at DC, and then got picked up at first for Whisper, and then went
Yeah.
over to Batman.
But his name's on almost on several of these covers as I'm just kind of flipping through them. Yeah. So, and of course, I love seeing the old first logo, and then of course then they then they went to that. So
Look, we would like to hide the 1 inside the F. Can you do that, please?
right. Whoops. But see, and here's what I occasionally find sometimes. There's 2 of them. I don't care, right?
Like you haven't bought 2 of the same comic book before.
Exactly. And like I didn't get a great deal on these anyway.
Right.
But look, this is now monthly. So so this was something I have been enjoying this week, going through that box and sorting through them and opening them up and looking at them. And of course, first thing you do is you smell them, and then you flip through and go, "Wow, look at this!"
Then your wife comes in and says, "What are you doing?" Says, "Nothing, honey, nothing. I'm just smelling old comics, getting a hit off this paper."
There is nothing like that old comic book smell, though.
No, there isn't, because it's just mold.
It's just mold. It's what it is. Yeah.
Well, it's funny. She will
deteriorating paper.
She will occasionally see me doing it, and she'll say, and I'll say, "You want to sniff?"
I don't like to do it alone.
And then she hands you some sort of medicine to squirt after it to clear your sinuses out.
Here, wash your hands.
So my other favorite thing is in the Now Monthly on the cover of the Whisper that you showed.
I
think that's one of the early PageMaker fonts.
Really?
Let
me see.
Hold on. I got to get back to it.
Because everybody in those years,
Everyone had
That's all that they had. Yeah.
using PageMaker.
I can't really see. It might be.
Yeah, I
it
think
it looks like it is.
It looks kind of like Impact.
Take money that it's PageMaker.
Well, of course, this was 88, so
Yeah,
who knows?
that's
Could be.
well, 88.
That was early
88 is,
days on PageMaker. Yeah.
Yeah, because Obrich and I were using PageMaker for Malibu in 87, 88, 89. So
Who's
we were
that
just stealing.
signature?
I can't.
I can't see it. You're gonna have to read that.
Tiny.
You're gonna have to read that to me like a hospice nurse. Go ahead.
Is that Spider? Like
Yeah.
Yes.
Spider? Who's Spider?
He was the ski instructor killed by Andy Williams' wife. I don't know.
I don't know. The only
Nice
Spider I
try.
can think of is the science fiction guy, Spider Robinson, right?
Right, but he can't draw. He writes like a son of a gun, but he did. No, I think there was a guy.
Spider.
There was a guy who used Spider as his.
Yeah.
If there was
The
a tool.
man.
Because he's
Perhaps
got there's
there was a
several of
tool.
them here.
Hang on, I have a device in my pocket here.
Yeah.
Yeah. If there was only a way.
If you hadn't, I was.
Rob would have zoomed in on it so he could read it better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody in the chat know?
Yeah. Who Spider is?
Don't
Yeah,
go
That's
faster.
vaguely familiar.
Don't go
Because
faster
I
than
used
my
to go to
Google.
the Chicago Comic-Con and I met a lot of these folks because First Comics was out
Yeah.
of Chicago. And a lot of
You
the
know-
folks that worked at First were
That's
in
what
the
it is. It's
Chicago
Neil.
area.
It's Neil Hansen.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I actually got to tour the First Comics offices.
Really?
Really?
Sure
You
did.
go first.
I went to Chicago Comic Con with our mutual buddy Stephen Butler. This would have been probably, I want to say 91. Might have been 92. I'd have to look it up, but 91 or 92. Stephen had just started doing Badger for them. So so he and I was up there together, and I got the I forgot, so the editor was what was his editor's name? Bob Garcia. And so he said, "You guys come on into town. We'll give you the tour, right?" So we go into Chicago. My first time ever in Chicago. There's these great big buildings everywhere, and I'm like, "Oh, all right." So we go into this building and we go down. I'm like, "Wait, where do we go?" So we go to the basement of one of these buildings, right? And I'm like, "Okay." And it felt claustrophobic. They had stacks of crap everywhere, It was cool.
It wasn't your typical ceiling height. It's like a foot.
It was a little
smaller.
bit, it felt a little bit shorter. And then I don't know if it's his office or somebody's office, but he opens a door and it goes to this black nothingness that was under the sidewalk. And I'm like, well, that's a little creepy.
That's where we keep all the artists.
It was cool though.
Chained, bald and
So
chained
I
in
was
the corner, yeah.
I was there in '86. I had been recruited by Mike Gold, who was a first editor over there.
Right.
And he wanted me to come aboard as an art director type person. And so they flew me out from California to Chicago. I went to the same office that you did, where you go downstairs.
Yeah.
And it's like going into somebody's basement, because the ceiling feels like it does feel like it's about 8 inches too short.
Like you were
like
starting to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah,
like a New Orleans speakeasy or something. Going into
like you knock on
part.
the door and you give the secret word or whatever, and there's no windows and there's no, and it's whatever. And I was watching Paul Guinan was a art person on staff, and he was relettering. He was fixing an issue of Howard Chaykin's American Flag where Ken Bruzenak had left out a word balloon, and he was recreating the balloon and the dialogue by photocopying letters from other pages and doing it
to fill in the word. Oh yeah,
right.
Yep.
So like in the old days, you just say, "Hey Ken, send me another, zip me over a file." It'd take like 2 minutes. He spent all morning on that thing.
Oh my gosh!
And so I
it would have taken
days the hard way.
Paginator. That's what we call you at that point. Yeah.
Yeah. So I met all the people, and they took me out to dinner. They put me up in a nice hotel.
Wow.
And I said no, because
and then they sent you home.
Well, now this was
Get out of here.
Was this pre-Malibu or pre-Malibu?
It's pre-Malibu. Dave had already said he was going to start Malibu,
but it hadn't actually started.
Hadn't actually happened yet, and for what I was getting offered, I didn't want to leave California for Chicago, because I don't know if you've heard this or not, but Chicago has really bad winters.
I've heard. I've seen it on TV.
There's a reason. There's more than one reason they call it the Windy City.
Cold and windy.
Yep.
Well, there was nobody in the office when I went, because it was on the weekend, right? So it was.
Oh, you broke in. I see.
Well, no, he had a key. It was the weekend of Chicago Con, so I'm pretty sure Bob Garcia was an editor there, right? That sound familiar?
He's not a guy.
I know he was in Chicago. When I met him, he was at Mayfair Games. He was the CEO or head honcho at of Mayfair Games, which
the
is
name Bob Garcia.
Yeah. Robert Garcia,
yeah. That had to
big
have been
beard,
him.
Big fella.
Yes,
He's still around. He's still
okay.
around. I see him at the Windy City Pulp and Paper Show. He's got a table there, and
he was incredibly nice to me. I got an assignment out of the trip. I got to do one part of a backup story for Nexus. He turned me over to Anina Bennett, but I got an assignment out of it. So I have a backup story in a Nexus, one of my very first published works.
Yeah, she's good. She's really smart. I like her.
Yeah, she is. And she is, if I'm not mistaken, she you mentioned Paul Guinan earlier. She and Paul Guinan are
married. Yeah, they probably met at first. I would guess.
Yeah.
The thing that I liked about the thing that I didn't really understand, because I hadn't experienced before, is that people, like, a typical workday in most places starts at like 9 o'clock,
right,
or 8:45 or 8:30, whatever. But the first people would start arriving just any old time before 9:30. They would just wander in at different times, whatever, because they couldn't do anything until the FedEx guy came at 10.
Right.
Because everybody was
setting up for the day. Yeah.
Right. So you would come in and you would just sort of noodle around and get ready and have your coffee and chat and get all your papers ready and the things that you had to get done. And because what came in FedEx at 10 o'clock, that was going to be your day, regardless of what you had planned.
Yeah. That established your day.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were little like that at Malibu, although I don't think we relied on the FedEx guy quite as much.
No.
I know. Certainly, no, I didn't. I didn't get the daily packages.
Well, I think
quite like that.
I think the key was because we had in-house coloring people,
Mm-hmm.
and so there weren't as many things as that we were expecting. Like
We all had a bunch of books going on at one time.
Roberta laughed at
Yeah,
that.
I did laugh at that. You know,
Well, it's true because
I remember we waited for some things. You know, that there was a few hand painted stories that we would be on pins and needles for.
Wait, do you remember y'all have y'all ever heard me tell my Mike Brown story?
Oh yeah, you should retell it.
So gather around, kids.
So we did a one of the first things I edited was Necroscope, right? An adaptation of the novels
by Brian Lumley.
Yes. So the artist, who is a painter, lived local, and most of the times he brought stuff into us, right? So he would because he would just deliver, and sometimes we'd go out to lunch with him, that kind of thing. Which was kind of the usual thing. If somebody was local, we'd try to pal around with them a little bit and then maybe grab a bite to eat at our expense. I would have done the same thing, of course, if I was local. I would have absolutely have done that. Occasionally he was like, "Hey, I need somebody to come pick these up." Now, I never went. It was fortunately for me, there was always someone lower on the totem pole that I could stand, right? Usually we had an editorial assistant head out there, but this particular week, I don't remember what exactly was going on. My assistant was Mike Brown at the time. Mike had to go. Right, Mike had never been either. It was never something that he had done as well. But Mike goes and he comes back and he's like white as a sheet, right? And he hands me the pages and he goes, "Don't ever ask me to go pick these up again." So why, Mike? What happened?
Wow.
We talked to the artist before. He's a nice guy and everything. It's not like we thought he was going to be not like some of the other guys we worked with. He thought he was going to be a complete jerk. So Mike begins to tell this story, right? He said he pulls up to his house and he said there's a door there, but the driveway goes along past the side of the house to what he thought was a garage. So he knocks on the door, but he hears a voice say, "Come on around back," right? Well,
no, you hear, "Come on around back."
Everything is fine.
That's right.
He walks around back and he says,
"Step over the bodies."
And as he gets to the door, he can kind of see, because it's daylight outside, but he can kind of see that the garage is not a garage, but it's the studio. So he says when he gets to the studio door, the artist says, "Oh, hi, Mike, you're here to pick up the pages," right? He says he stands up and starts walking towards the door, butt naked.
All right.
I wondered if that was what was going on.
Mike said he's sitting there going,
very comfortable.
"I don't know what to do." He said the thing about it
You don't know what to do?
Time for a party.
Your eyes up.
That's right.
So he said the thing about it is, he goes, "I felt like he was walking bow-legged all the way because his rack for his robe was at the door. So he had to walk all the way up to the door, butt naked, before he grabbed his robe and put his robe on." And then he hands Mike the artwork. Mike says, "Okay, so you got to go."
Gotta go.
Oh my god.
He probably stuck around and they had coffee.
The same thing happened to me at Salvador Dali's house.
Salvador Dali.
That's why the watches are all melted.
That's right.
So I can't think of painted comics without thinking of that story.
That's a hell of a story.
The thing is, you get. I mean, I don't understand necessarily because paint is hard to get out of skin. It just sort of wears out. So that's why you wear. That's why you wear your worst clothes.
Wear an apron. Yeah.
Well, maybe that's all he was wearing.
A schmuck. I
mean,
maybe he just finished and he was trying to get rid of all the dirty clothes so he would be nicely dressed, and he was like, "Oh, I'm naked." Oh well.
Jackson Pollock doesn't paint naked.
No, right? Yeah. I know several other painters who do not paint in the nude. Yeah, so
It's not
Yeah,
that.
that was
who
one.
knows
That was
how
one of
that
those.
happened?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a good story.
True story. Mike Brown is one that is not on social media that I'm aware of, and no one that I know has contacted with him. And I've looked for Mike when all the social media stuff first came in. Started. I looked for Mike.
Well, it's
Kara
hard.
told a story. This probably goes back a decade ago. Kara told a story that she ran into Mike Brown on the ball field. Her kids were in Little League or something, and she saw the guy like, "Are you Mike Brown?" And they're like, "Yeah." So the last I heard, Mike Brown lives in Colorado somewhere.
But
oh my gosh!
Also, the thing is, if you're searching for somebody on the internet, Mike Brown is like one of those names that it's really hard to find that.
You search it, it's probably a ton of them.
Yeah, like Thomas Flormonte Jr. That's
you're probably the one that popped up would probably be me.
Right. Yeah, we know. And we know a guy, Thomas Fortenberry. That's going to be an easy name to track down. It just it's
there's
like Mike Brown. There's probably a million of them pop up.
Right.
In my area. So
you just start at the top and you just go down and you keep calling and say, "Are you the naked guy? You're the naked guy."
Are you?
Yeah, I'm calling about the naked painter. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, anybody else have any news?
Well, other than I wanted to say, Nocturnals is really cool.
Yes. Yeah. That was that was Dan Brereton.
Yes, and he paints normally, as you would expect a person to paint.
At least with pants on.
That's right.
Yeah, but
brushes that pants on.
Brereton's style is easily recognizable. At least I think his current style. I don't know what he started off at, but
there's some telltale stuff in his work that you can tell it's his.
Yeah, a lot of it is color. And his color choices, but also his work used to be a lot more angular when he was younger.
Yes,
and it's still it sort of softened slightly as he's gotten more mature about it and done more painting, but it's still completely recognizable as
we lose Tommy.
It's really cool art.
Yeah. Also, he's a great guy.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, I ran into him.
Everything I don't remember meeting him, but everything I've heard says about him.
I ran into him at San Diego like 3-4 years ago. I think either just after COVID or maybe just before COVID. And we had a great 15-minute talk about what he was doing. And he's managed to make Nocturnals work for him as a creative project for 30 years.
That's
good for
amazing.
Yeah.
And that's I know I'm preaching to the choir. That's really hard to do.
Yes, it is.
It's, really hard to do.
Well, we are going to talk about Fantastic Four movie.
Welcome, Rob. This is what it's always like, by the way.
No, I watch occasionally, so I know what it's like.
So those of you out in the chat land, there will be spoilers. We are going to. This is not a spoiler-free episode today.
It's 4 weeks old, the movie, so
it is 4 weeks old.
You should see it.
I mean, there are probably people who need to go see it that haven't yet.
Yes. So, well, we even got the word from Mike Belcher that he tried to go see it earlier, but I don't remember why he said he couldn't. But I think he said on Tuesday. But he meant to go see it and he couldn't make it, so he's not joining us.
I didn't see it either, but that's all right. I'm good.
I had to pay. Normally, I like to go since I am a senior. I like to go on the day where it's discounted for seniors, but I couldn't do that this last week. But I talked my wife into going and paying full price.
Oh,
I paid the price.
Did you have to go to the
we went
movie?
and saw it. So
yeah.
No, I'm gonna go see it. I've seen enough of the spoilers and the YouTube videos and all that kind of stuff. So it's all right. So say what you want to say. I'm not gonna do this the whole time.
I've watched there's a couple of 2 or 3 YouTube videos out there of all the little hidden stuff, the Easter eggs from it. That some of them are real. Some of them I actually caught. Others I didn't. But it's really cool to see them. So
I need to go watch some of those. I haven't watched any of them. What I do is I tend to avoid them like, okay, so Fantastic Four was announced. I watched the trailer, and I'm like, okay, cool, this looks pretty good. I knew I was going to go see it, so I avoided anything that had Fantastic Four on it, right?
Yeah,
I did the same thing until after I'd seen it.
Right.
After I saw
Yeah,
it,
I'm just happy people are liking it, so that's enough for me. So
I only do that, but I give myself the 2 weeks of like from the release date to, because there's only so long I think that the internet is going to keep it a secret from me no matter what I do.
Yes.
And I've judged that time to be about 2 weeks before.
2 weeks is more like 2 hours, if anything.
Well,
with some stuff,
And here we are, right? We're a month later, so we're going to do the same thing. So, so anyone in the chat, if you haven't seen it yet and you plan to see it and you don't want spoilers, I don't normally ask you to do this, but maybe mute and just watch us.
Do this, blah, 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 all the way through.
Like we're some obscure French film.
Yeah.
Madison Entertainment Group says, "Hey, yo, what's up, Pop? Thanks for
always
being there for us." David A. Scooterez, hey David, thanks for hanging out with us. Hey, did we catch a picture of Tom and David at San Diego, or is this where you said y'all weren't able to hook up?
He wasn't there. He's got a full-time job now, so it's
okay.
He can't hang out with his comic book friends,
man,
like he used to.
He's too busy.
That's discouraging. He says, "I love that they use the cast of the Corman movie."
I did not realize that.
I did not realize that.
Really?
I did not. I saw that movie.
Is he pulling our legs?
I don't know if he's pulling our legs or not.
I doubt
he
it.
He is a merry
they
prankster.
Used all kinds of stuff. Yeah, but that wasn't in any of the Easter egg things that I've seen so far.
All right. So first thing we're gonna go around real quick, real short. What's something, because we're gonna get there, but what's something that when you left the movie you go, I wish they had done this, or they should have done this, or I missed this. I'm gonna tell you for me what it was. When I walked out of the movie, I'm like, you know what? Johnny never said "flame on."
You're right.
I wanted the human.
I didn't leave that out. See, this is going to be a whole show of me going, "What did they do that for?"
Yeah,
that really escaped me. You're right.
See, you're already making me not want to go see it. Now y'all are going to give me a whole bunch of reasons not to go see it.
No, you got to go see it. It's good.
You have to see
it.
it.
You should go see it anyway.
They left out did they say clobbering time anywhere through there?
Yes.
Okay, well that would be the same thing if they had left that out.
Joke throughout the whole movie.
It's a running bit. It's great.
It's a running gag.
Yeah, but no flame on. That's how he turns his flame on.
That's how he turned it.
Because he can't do it unless he says that. Otherwise, he just stays himself.
I didn't miss it.
I didn't
miss it. But now that you brought it up, I'm going, no. He never did say that.
You know what? It was a thing that after
there's a couple opportunities for it.
I'm gonna make a list of reasons not to go. No flame on. All right, got that. Got it.
All right. So who's
okay?
Who's next?
So what about you, Rob? It doesn't have to be big. Just a little disappointment. They should have done this.
The Watcher. I wanted to see The Watcher.
You wanted to see The Watcher. Okay, all right. Okay.
No Watcher.
No, now wait a minute. Now wait, because one of the Easter egg things I saw showed the back of this bald head looking at Galactus.
That was a dude sitting in front of you.
Is that the Watcher? So the Watcher may actually be in it, but they didn't use him.
I thought that too. I saw it and I'm like, I wonder if that's the Watcher. But then it was just right.
Yeah, it was just like that.
Okay, we got comments. I see your comments. We're going to get to them, but real quick, this one says Watcher is in the movie apparently.
Well, and also Watcher's already in a.
I didn't even see that. Yeah.
Sorry, Watcher's an established part of the movie canon because the Watcher appears the whole Watcher race. There's three of them
in one of the TV shows. Yeah.
Right. Or they also appear in Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's one of the dimensional things that they go through.
Very big thing.
I think he pops up a couple of times in
the. And it's also the Stan Lee cameo.
Okay.
Stan Lee sits around talking to the Watchers.
Any in the what ifs, the Disney Plus what ifs, the Watcher was in there a couple of times.
He's the narrator of those, and was in the comic books too.
All right.
Yeah.
I got you all
That's
beat.
supposed to be
All
game.
right, hold on. Let me run through some of these before we get there.
Yeah, but I was hoping they would use him.
Yeah.
But they didn't.
Yeah.
So David A. Scudero says they made cameos talking about the Cameron cast. He said the news reporter at the beginning of the film was played by the first Mr. Fantastic, Alex Hyde White. The rest of the cast were featured in a crowd scene.
Gutierrez knows.
I have to go look for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I see it
Hyper
again,
Potato
I will look for that.
says no flame on number 10 from No 10 Tommies.
Yeah, no 10.
No 10's Tommy.
It was a callback from last week.
He also says like and subscribe, kids, and that is a good reminder to tell all of you
Absolutely.
listening
Thank you,
to us right
Hyper.
now. Yep, thank you, Hyper. Hyper's always got our back. Wherever you're watching us, wherever you're listening to us, please give us a thumbs up, give us a subscribe, hit that notification bell, all the things wherever you're watching us. Let me go see. Most of you are watching us on X, so you can hit that little heart on X, right? Hit the heart on X. But we've got some Facebookers and some YouTube, so be sure that you subscribe to us as well so that you get those notifications. Kiki and Luca. Hey, Kiki and Luca, thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for joining us. Your name I don't recognize, so thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
I like how you pronounce that. That was pretty good.
Well, I saw Kirk at first, but then I'm like, no, that's not Kirk.
Roland's been working with Duolingo on his English, so he's doing
I
really
think
well.
so. He hit the Chat GPT thing and it told him in his ear what to say.
That's right.
It has to translate from Southern to American.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, Kai, and Luke K.
Yeah. Exactly.
Kiki and Luca says Fantastic Four was a good movie. I think the ending could have been more powerful and had more punch. You wanna give us a couple of sentences as to how you think that might have worked, Kiki and Luca? Let's see here.
Kiki and Luca completely spoil it for me. Let me know how it ended.
I would.
It
Best part
was
of the
really
score.
good.
Score. Music was awesome. Yeah.
It really was.
It's same guy who did The Incredibles, by the way.
Oh,
Really?
okay.
Really?
I'm putting that on the reason
They've
to
been
go
listening
list.
to you,
Reason
Tom.
music.
They've been listening to Tom because
It's-
Tom said The Incredibles is the best Fantastic Four movie ever.
Still,
It was.
I
All
still
those
think it
direct
is.
quotes.
I heard comments saying, "Well, this is just like The Incredibles."
Yeah.
Oh,
What came first, guys?
yeah.
All right, Tom. What about you?
So mine, I don't think mine would have made it a better movie in any way. Mine's just a really nerdy sort of thing, and it comes
That's
from
what we want.
being an obsessive compulsive disordered fan, which is I would have loved it if they had found some way, like in a non-disruptive way, to have had actors play Stan and Jack. Because they're
that would have been cool.
Mhm.
That'd have
They
been
did
fun.
They had a cameo.
what?
What?
Tell me more.
Stan and Jack are in the movie.
Tell
No.
me more. I'd missed
Where?
it.
Yes.
Me too.
What? At the very beginning when they do all the
No,
flashbacks?
there's a. I forget exactly where it is in the movie, but there's these two guys that I think when the Torch is chasing the submarine,
They got some lookalikes kind of
the
a thing.
surfer, and
Yeah.
they were in an office and they came to the window to look out, and then they switched the camera view to look out the window with them, and up on the wall it says Timely Comics.
I
It's
missed that.
Stan and
I missed
Jack.
that.
I missed that.
All right.
Stan
I
and Jack. Yeah,
I got no
That'd be
notes
cool.
then. That's
I think
great.
one
I
of
got to
these
see it
even
again.
has a cigar, but that may be me.
I got to see it
I,
again. That
but-
totally flew past me.
But yeah,
Good-
but it's just
good reason for me to go see it
it's
again.
a real quick.
Yeah.
Well, Rowan, you're going to come see it with me next week at the office,
They
remember?
were in it.
Okay, yeah.
Well, then
I'm
I
down to
got-
do that.
Well,
I
you
got
could come,
nothing.
Tom.
Well,
Tom can
cool.
come fly over.
You can come too.
I'm in it. I'm about ready to come down there and go with you. Yeah.
Yeah, let's all go.
Well, I wish-
Ready,
Well, I'm
ready,
fine.
Roberta?
I'm a little.
Roberta's like, I'm not going to go see it again.
No, I'm just a
Hey,
bit
hey,
far.
Roberta, if you make it down here, Tommy will buy your ticket.
No,
I
it's
sure will. Not plane ticket, but
and I'll buy your popcorn.
nice.
oh, dang, last week.
But
Oh,
now,
I like the big one.
You
Right,
can
well,
get one.
I'm glad
Just
Rob
for
Davis
me.
is here then, because he's fixed the movie for me.
That was the only problem. It is now fixed.
Well, it's
Perfect movie.
I didn't
Actually-
realize it when I watched the movie. I actually I did because I'd seen one of those things that showed that and said that's
Yeah.
that's supposed to be Stan and Jack. So if you see it again, watch for that
Okay.
one
Yeah.
sequence.
Mhm.
I'm gonna watch a
Because
couple of more of
it's
those
supposed to be
before I go
Stan
see
and
the
Jack.
movie.
All right, so then
Since I'm not so worried about spoilage.
then here's my second cranky thing.
Tom says I get a redo.
I get a
Okay.
redo. Since I've been called out for not paying attention.
Never mind. New
No,
one.
no. I mean, you would have missed it. It's
Yeah,
so
no, I missed it.
quick. The only reason I knew it was there was because I'd seen stuff ahead of time.
This is why I should watch things at home. Because
So you can. Oh yeah.
yeah, there it is. That's what Rob was talking about.
Uh-huh.
I would have liked to have seen, because I'm used to visual portrayals of power in comics. I would have liked to have seen Baby Franklin have some kind of dazzle effect around him when he did things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really
It's
basic.
extremely subtle. Very
Right.
subtle.
Oh,
And I don't-
so he didn't have a lot of
Yeah,
No,
like I would
magically.
Ditko, give me some Ditko
Yeah.
fingers with a little energy bubble, or give me some kind of
Or some
I
heat
didn't
wavy stuff.
see it. I didn't
Yeah.
see it in the movie, but one of the Easter egg things said that there was this purple glow that came off of his hands. But I'm going,
I
I didn't see
seriously
that
don't
in the
remember
movie.
that.
I didn't see it.
You
I
have
didn't see
because yeah. But now when he does that to Sue, what he does,
Yeah, baby CPR.
her eyes get this sparkly.
Yeah.
stuff
I
in them.
saw her
So-
eyes.
I saw
Yeah,
that.
I
Yeah.
get.
So
But
that
it wasn't.
but that was
I,
that's the power cosmic at work. Apparently.
I'm used to the baby power manifestation in other characters, and I need
Right.
to see
Yeah,
baby powers activated.
Like I said, that this Easter egg thing said that, but I think they enhanced it. I think it's extremely subtle if it's
Oh.
actually there.
Right.
So I think they
So you
enhanced it.
would have liked to have seen that he has some powers, and it was more obvious that he was doing something.
Visual.
What it looks like is low budget syndicated 90s TV.
Yeah.
I would have to agree with you. I thought that was
Yeah.
one of the weakest.
So for the second that he did something, they put in like a sheet of something that wasn't too transparent in front of it and wiggled it and pulled it away real quick. It's like,
Well, even
He's
that would have been something.
Yes.
Yeah.
oh, they didn't even do that. Oh well.
No.
All right, that's all I got then.
All right, Roberta, what about you?
What was the question? I lost.
What one little
You guys rambled on.
when you left, one little
I'm sorry.
disappointment, one thing where you, I wish they'd have done this, or something just slightly disappointing.
Would have,
I think they took too long sliding him down the street.
Oh, his walk. Oh, yeah. Okay, when she was using her power to push.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
appreciate the effort, but I think the amount of
Yeah,
time
I'm
was
curious
just
now. Cool.
Yeah.
Some weird pushing down the street
It's
scene.
one of the better.
Yeah.
To my mind, it's one of the better scenes in the movie.
yeah.
That whole
There's
sequence.
nothing. There's nothing worse than the time frame of it, though. It's like I love the concept. It's just
Yeah.
like
What I loved
whoa.
is it's to me it's a classic Marvel
It totally
superhero
was.
fight
Yeah.
riff where it's like we have a plan to stop the villain, everything's going to work perfectly. It doesn't work perfectly, so they have to make up stuff on the fly
Yeah.
They
to
did a
get
good
the
job at
original
that.
plan to still work. And I think
Yeah.
that to me is as real as Spider-Man lifting that building off his head in
Yeah.
Mhm.
the Ditko issue
Yeah.
and some of the other stuff. And I can see where it can go on too long. Like there's just one too many scenes of her pushing.
Just a little bit.
And so
Yeah. Yeah.
she had the baby in less time.
I'm
Yeah,
right. I was
exactly.
trying to say the same thing. Yeah. But it was one of those moments. I think they spent so much time preparing all these little. I can't remember the little portal things all
Yeah.
over the world, right? And
Also,
So
Shaw
easy.
goes down and goes boom, boom, boom. Okay,
Mhm.
well, so much for your plan.
also the thing that is interesting is that the criticism of Sue for 50 years has been she doesn't do anything.
Right.
She certainly
And-
did.
And I think that's in the movie. It's like, well, you can't say she's not
Throughout
one of the team,
movie.
Right. Yeah.
right? She is the savior of the movie.
She
And
is.
I think that's
Yeah. Well, and I think I don't know if any of you read the John Byrne Fantastic Four, but I always thought she was an equal, certainly an equal player.
He really turned her around
Yeah.
as far as power
But
balance.
it's-
in the,
it's one of the things that Byrne does really, really well.
Yeah.
Because he took She-Hulk too and made her into something that was really interesting.
And Gladiator for not Gladiator. Yeah.
DC.
No, Guardian at Alpha Flight.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what he does. That's what he does. He sees things slightly differently, or sees things he wants that he's been, complaining about for years, and suddenly he gets a chance to fix it. And he goes, "Well, all right, I'm going to fix it."
Yep. So here's a question from David A. Scuderes. He says, "Did you like that the film limited how much stretching Reed did?"
Yes.
I did too. I wasn't bothered by, because I didn't think about it until after the movie, going, Reed didn't stretch that much. But I wasn't bothered by it because there are moments like when he's writing on the board and his arm goes way down. That's to me, that's classic comic book, is that he just stands in place and his arm goes.
It's the little things.
I asked Barry about that. And Barry said that they put just enough in there because that's one of those things in live action that looks really dumb. So if they would have done too much of that, it would have been like, that just doesn't look really good in live action.
So I've been rereading Secret Wars, which had the original 1984 miniseries, and almost every scene where Reed appears, he's stretched, even if he doesn't have to be. So it's like they're all having a meeting, and Reed's suddenly like 8 feet tall, going, "Hey guys, what's going on?" And it's really, it's really weird and distracting that he's tall for no reason. And I think what Tommy said about Barry is right. There's just enough.
Yes.
Because it's
that he can do it, but but that's not really what the deal is.
Reed's power is his brain. It's not his rubber's
Well, if he'd done that kind of physical movements, it would have been too eye-catching for the story.
Right.
Yeah.
And
and I think his brain is what they utilized in the story.
Yes.
I think he demonstrated, and I love the fact that Ben even called him Big Brain one time.
Yeah.
Right? Because he called him big brain.
Well, and he only really used his stretching power when he got in trouble, and he needed it to get out and get to safety. And I think that's what made it. It's because once you see him fully stretch, it's like, well, the mystery's over. There's nothing else to do. Well, look, he stretches. Like Ben still has power, and Johnny has all the fire stuff, and Sue has the invisible force field powers and stuff. But Reed's just a stretchy guy.
Right. Yeah. All right, so we'll go reverse order. So Roberta will.
Well, wait a minute, I've got one.
Okay. You haven't seen the movie. What do you got?
Yeah, no. When Mr. Incredible was fighting Syndrome, what was that? Was just me being stupid.
All right.
What was your wow moment, or what was cool moment in the movie? And I realize there might be more than one. So, but just pick something that made you go, okay, that's really cool. I like that. So Roberta, we'll start with you, and then we'll go in reverse order.
It's tough because there's a lot of wow movements, but I think can I just be simple and say the whole style of the 60s retro tech.
Yeah.
Every single item they had and used in their kitchen. I mean, it's like, everything was cool. So that was my first real wow. It's like, how they turned the technology yet still kept it in this retro 60s vibe. That was very cool.
Did you like the robot, Robbie? Isn't that what the robot's name? Herbie. Yeah, did y'all like the one?
I think my problem is there's too much to look at.
Yeah, but I thought, and I thought it was retro, but yet modern at the same time.
It was.
Yeah. So, I thought they did a nice job with that. Tom, what about you? Oh, wow moment?
Mole Man.
Okay.
Mole Man.
So he's not the Mole Man of the comics where it's like, he's like, and it's an entirely different take on it, but it's still credible, I think.
It works. Yeah.
And the actor was great. And what I thought was just a one-off appearance, he turns out to be a Chekhov's gun, which is when you introduce Mole Man in Act 1, you got to pull Mole Man's trigger in Act 3. And I think by bringing him back and having him be sort of bitchy to Reed and Johnny and Ben, and then as soon as they're leaving the room, he's like, yeah, okay, so what do you want? I'll do it.
Yeah.
And just like it's a deeper character than I'm used to seeing Mo-Man be in the comics.
Yeah.
And the guy who, I forget the actor's name, but I thought he did a great job bringing that out. And I was really surprised because to me, Mo-Man is just stupid. He's a guy who lives in the dirt and he hates surface people. He's like a dirty submariner.
He is. You're exactly right. Yeah.
And so, it's, I curse you, surface dwellers. And I just, kudos to everybody who brought that out and made me care about Mo-Man.
Maybe that's what I needed in my comics. More people who hate surface dwellers.
Right.
Yeah, he was pivotal.
Tommy, that's a plus.
Yeah.
He was pivotal in the plot.
Tommy,
he really was.
Right. Yeah.
Tommy, did you hear that? That goes on the plus side.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I was right. I was making a note.
Mo-Man.
Yeah.
Mo-Man.
Oh man.
Yeah, and the thing is, and also they used him in a way to evacuate the city that we don't see in other superhero movies.
Right.
It's like it's a concern. It's Reed's concern for the people,
Yes.
and get them out of town.
Yeah.
So I'm all in.
Rob, what about you?
2.
All right.
1. When they first show Galactus's face in the dark, he's kind of a silhouette, and his eyes pop on.
Yeah.
Wow.
I went, ooh, the hair on the back of my neck stood up, and I went, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fanboy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, big time. The fanboy in
Me too. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
And the other one is the little vignette that they did, and it was essentially recreation of covers.
Oh,
yes. Yeah.
Early Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
That was another fanboy service for old parts like
where they're talking about what the FF has done over the years.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the thing. We're on the.
And my wife is sitting next to me going, "What are you doing? Why are you?"
Yeah, every time I go see a superhero movie, my wife is like, "Shut up, Tommy! Shut up! Shut up! Quit talking."
Well, this is why my wife puts me beside one of my kids, right?
Well,
Because they'll often go with us. Like Brett and Jessica went with us to see Fantastic Four, and so me and Brett were like, "Ooh, right?" So she's like, "I don't want to hear
I
that."
went with my family to see the Avengers movie, the first one, and at the end when they do the Thanos thing, when Thanos turns around and looks at the camera, and they don't explain who he is. It's just him, and he turns and looks at the camera, and I go,
"Purple dude,
Thanos!"
Yeah,
and my family all goes, "What?"
Yeah.
They go like, "How old are you? Why are you doing this? What's wrong with you?"
Take Grandpa's keys away.
About?
Yeah.
And then the movie where they started showing Thanos, I'm going, see?
See, I told you.
And you snap them out of existence.
It's great with reenacting the covers because it establishes the Fantastic Four previously has already been the superheroes in the area for quite a long time.
They've been for 4 years. It's their 4th anniversary.
Right.
That's how they start the movie, explaining it. It's their 4th anniversary of being.
And that's 48 issues of a comic.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that's very funny because issue 49 is when the Galactus saga starts. I didn't make that connection.
I didn't either. That's really
just
cool.
now. Issue 49 is where the Galactus trilogy starts. Wow.
Look at us.
Wow, that's interesting.
We're like movie critics now.
Wow.
That is cool.
Smart folks.
We can all add movie critic to our resume now.
Well, like I didn't already.
So yeah, mine. I don't. It was as much as wow. It's like cool. Was the way the movie, the backstory with them. They didn't start the movie at the beginning, right? We got all of this.
You don't get an origin story.
No.
Thankfully,
it's called, and I love the way. I love the way they do that, but then they toss in. And then they fought the Red Ghost and the Mole Man, all that stuff early on, and you're like, "Ooh, that's issue 1. Ooh, that's issue 2," right? It's like you're knowing where these things are coming from, but they're putting it in pretty quick, and you're like, "Okay, well, we don't need all that. Let's just get to this story." So,
it's just boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
I would argue that it's Baby Franklin's origin story.
Yeah.
not the Fantastic Fours, because I think he's
Is
going
that
to
a good thing?
He's going to play the major role in whatever's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Did everybody hung around for both of the stingers at the end?
Oh, hell yes.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
I'm like Pavlov's dog.
Oh, I was there. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I see people leaving as the credits are rolling, and I'm like a
you
comic book villain.
This-
You fool!
What I
you
usually
idiot.
do, what I usually do in that case is go, well, they probably this is probably their third viewing.
Oh, I don't.
Oh,
They've
yeah.
already seen it.
I immediately jumped to get denigrating them.
Oh, that's me too.
like, what are y'all doing? Stop it! Sit back
And of
down.
course, if I'm
It's
there
not over.
with BJ or my kids or something, I'm like, look at those idiots.
Mhm.
Well, I turn to my wife as the credits are going and going, kudos to Marvel for making people finally sit through the credits.
Through the credits.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Because as the credits are rolling, I'm going, look at all those people that made this movie happen.
It was
Yeah.
And I
amazing.
start looking at names, you know, and go, oh, look, this person did that. Kudos to Marvel for making people sit through the credits.
Yeah.
And then the bit with Kirby's quote at the end is just,
Mhm.
and how that's worked into the fact that that's the number of his birth date, 8/28, is the number of the Earth. that
Yeah,
we're seeing.
that's
I
right.
really wish they had put that quote, because I didn't know that was his birthday. But I saw the Earth, but I didn't remember the Earth number until I was here looking at the internet, and somebody said, "Oh,
It starts with Earth 8."
Yeah, it titles it.
But that didn't mean anything
and then
to me.
it never mentions it again.
No, and it didn't mean anything to me, right? And so I'm like, all right. And even I saw the Kirby thing, but by then I already, it was I just knew this wasn't our Earth either, right? So I wish they'd have put the Kirby quote right before they shift, and then they go to Earth 828. I'm like, oh, that was his birthday, right? I would have made the connection.
The Kirby quote is part of the Skirball exhibit in at the Skirball Center for Jack Kirby's original art and stuff. They have that quote at the end.
That's cool.
So
that's pretty cool. All right. So what else? I've asked I have the oh wows and the oh shucks. What else?
Well, they cut out the Red Ghost by John Malkovich,
which is
Oh really? I didn't realize that was.
I was
even
waiting
filmed.
for that. I kept waiting for it, and it never happened.
I
But
thought
there was actually,
and their scenes filmed. He's in costume and all doing Red Ghosty stuff. And I thought for however long it is, they just cut him out. And I thought
I'm gonna have to look on YouTube for the missing scenes, because they'll turn up.
Because it feels like they were planting him because you don't just have the Red Ghost for 5 minutes when your villain is Galactus or whatever without Red Ghost being something. And it feels like, and you don't hire Malkovich to be the Red Ghost if you're just going to toss him away. So I figure something's up.
Yeah.
And
you reckon he's going to be in the because at the end it said the Fantastic Four will return in
Avengers Doomsday or whatever.
Avengers Doomsday, something like that. Yeah. So they're coming back.
Right. Well, in the final scene, it's someone's gonna eat that baby.
That's true.
Or the baby's gonna eat him.
Right.
Yeah, baby.
Because the mask was coming off.
Right. Yeah. I don't think
the mask was off.
Yeah.
It was off.
But it is.
He had it in his hand. Yeah.
It is funny if they go that way, because you look at it and go, that's just a baby. And then we've all seen Jack in
right.
Incredibles. It's like
the Incredibles.
In superhero movies, there is no just a baby.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. What else? Other thoughts?
I want to build on what Roberta said about the art direction of this movie, and how they made even the color of the film itself.
Yeah.
The whole color palette and everything just reeks of 1960s. The only thing that they could have done, take it even further, was make it black and white. But that
I'm glad they didn't do.
I'm glad they didn't go there. But just the color palette,
I like that. I wouldn't want it black and white. I like the colors.
I love that they had their costumes in full costumes.
They're back to the normal costume.
Yes, they look like the Fantastic Four, right? And it's nothing. It's not these camo things with the button up. I was like, no, they had their spandex costumes and they looked cool. Yeah. And they made them work. That's the thing. I hear people all the time saying, well, Superman's blue and red just doesn't work in the movies. And I'm like, but yes, it does.
It did.
Totally works.
It
totally works.
Yes, right.
Yeah,
and they're like, that's why they change the costumes. I'm like, yeah, I'm not buying that. I don't buy that. Fantasy 4, they look fantastic. They look great. They look fantastic. The 4 looked fantastic. One of the things that I really liked that I thought they captured from the comics was the banter and the bickering between Johnny and Ben. Right?
Oh yeah.
There's a moment when we're in the kitchen. And I can't remember who. I think it was Johnny was just tossing pickles at Ben, right? I'm like, that's great. It wasn't even. It was never even referenced, right? But it just as they're having a little discussion, right? He's tossing pickles at Ben, and I'm like, this is great. This is right out of them arguing and bickering in the comics.
Yes. What I slightly different from that is what I loved is that I believed Johnny's attempt to sacrifice himself.
Yes.
Yes.
I thought that felt real to me.
Yeah.
And so kudos to that goofball actor to being able to make me care.
Yeah.
And because I knew the person X was going to show up and save the day. I didn't know how or when.
Right.
Because Johnny had already planted the seed of her doubts.
Right.
And so I didn't realize that because Johnny felt ready to make the sacrifice, and I was prepared to have him go in the hole.
Yeah. I'm like you. I believed it. I believe he was going.
Yeah. Yep. Me too.
I'll tell you what I didn't like.
What didn't you like?
I didn't like Ben Grimm's relationship with the non-Alicia character because I didn't understand the reasons for it,
and it went nowhere.
They didn't really prove anything.
Yeah, it went nowhere.
Right.
And so I think there were plans for more of that, but if you get the reference if you look at what her last name was.
Yes.
And it's Rosinski here's the thing.
It wasn't
emphasis. It wasn't. Yeah. It's she's named for Roz Kirby.
But it should have been Alicia Masters.
It's not clear.
Yeah.
I agree with you, and especially since they talk about the Puppet Master as being one of their villains, and then they don't use her. They don't use Alicia.
The minute I saw her, the minute I saw her, I leaned over to my son and I said, "You know who that is?" He goes, "Yeah, that's Alicia. What's her name?" I said, "Yeah, that's Alicia Masters." Yeah, and then she was someone else, and I'm like, "What?
Right.
What? No."
And she's not blind. And she's not sculpting.
Right, she's not blind. Yeah.
I mean, I liked her. I liked the character.
Yeah, I wanted it to go somewhere. I wanted it it should have gone somewhere in the movie.
Yes.
Maybe there's a seed for the next movie. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
That's the only thing I'm hoping for is that
it felt unnecessary, didn't it?
Yeah.
All right. So what about this one? This is something that bothered me, but Tommy said that it didn't bother Barry at all. The fact that the Thing grew a beard and shaved it.
Oh, I love it.
You loved it? Oh,
I thought it was funny.
Oh,
it was a joke.
I know, but it was like, I'm not
it's
buying
not
that.
realistic.
No, I didn't like it either. I didn't like it
I guess
either.
that's
How
me
do you-
not
Yeah,
being.
Barry liked it.
How do you
I thought it
shave
was
rocks?
funny. You don't.
That was my thing. It's like,
You
how do you
can't.
shave rocks?
Well, with a big angle grinder thing.
With a
He was grinding it down.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
what
He was grinding it down. I
using.
just thought it was funny.
I didn't like that. No,
I didn't either.
no,
All
it's
right,
not
well,
established in.
I
It's
stand
not
alone,
in
but
any
I thought it was
comics
pretty
that I
funny.
know of. I mean, I think it is a reference to something in a comic somewhere, but none of that I've read.
Well, the only one I can remember was Superman having to shave using his X-ray vision, with a
And a mirror.
Yeah.
And a mirror to shave his beard off. Yeah. Because that's the only way he could do it,
yeah.
supposedly.
What are you laughing at,
Comics are awesome.
Tom? Yeah, they are.
Well,
Yeah.
and
What did you think about Tom? Did it bother you?
Yeah.
The
Me?
Tom Mason, the one who saw it, the Tom that saw it.
I thought you
So
said
it's-
Tommy. I'm sorry.
It's interesting because I don't like it as sort of a violation of my canon for Fantastic
Yeah.
Four.
Yeah.
And so but I also recognize no one's making movies according to what's in my head anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but I didn't like it because I thought it was distracting.
Yeah.
Because you're looking at, okay, the beard thing, it's stupid, whatever. It's also distracting because I'm looking at it going, well, he no longer looks on model like he did before.
Yeah.
And so I don't like that. And so because if he can grow a beard, then that means if you punch him, then bits of him can fall off in theory, I think. And so that didn't happen. So the beard just seems to be there for a joke to show that there's so much danger he doesn't have time to shave.
Well, and does that mean he can?
Or the power's off and he can't.
You mean that his powers
right,
are
the power's
not
off.
quite
Can he develop
right.
warts on his hand? You know?
Right.
Yeah, I would think that would be rock warts, wouldn't it?
Can he get it? Can he get a disease? Can he?
Right.
Yeah.
Can he be polished really smooth?
The bigger question is when he goes to the bathroom, what happens?
Well, he can only go
Pebbles?
once.
Yeah.
Pebbles?
Tommy.
I think that's too deep.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
That's a what if. But I think
Tommy says he's got questions for us.
I'm
Go ahead,
gonna
Roberta.
guess it was deliberate though, that beard. I think there must be something.
But you guys said that you like the way he looks. I haven't seen the movie, of course. I've said this, but I don't like from what I've seen, even in all the trailers. I just don't like the way he looks. I don't like the way he looks at all. Anyway,
it didn't bother me in the least.
It looked good.
Yeah,
I think it's the closest that you can get in a three-dimensional,
and I think
in a three-dimensional fashion to what
the
Kirby
hat, the
drew.
coat,
because
also works.
it's all the Kirby. It doesn't work.
I just like the bigger chunks of rocks rather than just the little smaller rocky look to them. I just don't like
I
it.
can get with you on that. But they didn't show his chest, which is where the bigger chunks are.
Probably.
So they never showed that, which is another thing. He always wore that big sweater.
Yeah.
So
well, listen, if I was fat and made of rocks, I'd wear a sweater too.
Yeah. Because I want to see him with just the trunks. Because I think that when I see Ben Grimm, I just see the rock guy with 3 toes and
right.
And this he had boots on and he had so I missed
special
that.
made boots.
It's not a deal breaker for me. I thought
no,
but I thought his head was just a little bit bigger than I thought it should be, but that's a nitpick. But that's as close as you can get to what Kirby drew in a 3D effect as possible. You just can't get it. Cartoon in a cartoon you can get it, but not in 3-dimensional.
Yeah. And also, I think this is the first real understanding I had of Galactus and his relative size and how he functioned. Mm-hmm. And I think for me that was a lot. Like I never got Galactus because sometimes he's an all-powerful being, and then sometimes 2 women are teaming up to beat him up.
Right.
Sometimes he's like bigger than the universe itself, and then sometimes he's just a little guy. Yeah.
Sometimes he's really big, so he hovers over the earth like a giant alien.
Yeah, like he's flicking it like a marble or something.
Right,
sometimes they draw him so big.
He's just hanging out in space, full figure, and whatever. And the idea of him sitting in a big machine that's like that's the Planet Eater.
Yeah. It's like, how do you not see him coming if he's that big?
Right.
It's like,
it's the first time I really got a sense of his size that worked in a story for me.
That worked it? Oh, cool. I can't wait to see that.
I really bought into the Galactus thing. And when and again, maybe I'm imagining, because apparently since I missed so much of the movie anyway, there's the moment where he gets out of the chair.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like your tired uncle getting out of the chair, like, ugh.
No, I can't get
up.
up.
It made me get up.
Well, because it's so big, you can't get up.
Everything is all creaky. And I think he's a liar because he says he wants to pass his curse on to the baby or whatever, and so that he can finally be at rest. I don't think that's true. I didn't believe him for a second.
It didn't ring true, did it?
No, I felt he was. He was like, I seem to recall there's a scene where he's almost like winky winky to the audience, where it's like, nah, I'm just gonna eat a baby.
Right.
And so
he was hungry.
Yeah,
planet eater, right?
That he lives. Yeah. He lives for the curse. He lives for eating the planets. If he stopped, he wouldn't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like Thanos Thanos was that guy who's like, I just want half the people. Everything would be a lot better.
Make things better. I don't want everybody.
You know? And Galactus is like, I'm gonna eat some people.
I'm gonna eat a planet.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat a planet.
I missed
He's just hungry.
To do an aside here. I missed in Thanos the fact that he was in love with death.
Yeah,
that was in the comics.
Right.
I wish
I thought that was a
That's
a
cool,
better
right?
better basis for his actions than what they came up with.
Yeah.
I thought that was much better. It'd be more of a driving force for him than
because I think we understand love. We don't understand overcrowding.
No. No, we don't.
Yeah, no.
Overcrowded. Move.
We do. Yeah.
All right, Tommy, you got another question?
Well, that wasn't one of them. The one with Ben Grimm.
Okay.
So I've got, I've got 2 questions plus a bonus. Okay, so all right. So now that you guys y'all guys liked it. It seems like you liked it a bunch. So Superman, Fantastic Four versus.
We did this last week, but it might have been off the air.
Yeah.
See, I remember Rob was this way. I had Fantastic Four at an 8.5, Superman at an 8. So,
well, picture it 2 ways. Like if you were going to a movie, which one of the 2 would you go? If you're walking in and you're like, oh, I'm going to go left or I'm going to go right, which one would you go?
Me, Fantastic Four, the average American, Superman.
You think so?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, because they know who Superman is.
Yeah.
And more people know Superman than Fantastic Four. If I'm going to see either one of them a second time, I'm going to go see the Fantastic Four a second time.
So, I guess subset, am I on a date?
Right.
If you want to be.
Right?
You want to see Superman if you're on a date.
If I'm on a date, I'm going to go see Superman.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
But if you want to nerd out, you're going to go see Fantastic Four.
Yes. Because also, I think that I would nerd out so much in Fantastic Four that my date would hate me.
Right.
Yeah, and there would be probably less to explain with the with the Superman than the Fantastic Four. Yeah,
Superman, you get there's a bad guy. Superman's in love with.
And he's just punching people and all that kind of stuff. Easy breezy. There's not a whole lot of backstory you got to fill in.
Superman saves a baby, and it's great. And so. And he has a
bunch
of
there's a cool dog in the picture and all that.
He's got a bunch of misfit friends like I do, and so it would all. I think she would see all that, and so that's.
I agree with you, Tom.
Whereas Fantastic Four,
Fantastic
Four, I'd be going, look, honey, look at that, see that over there? That's issue 3. See that over there? That's issue 10. And
what about you, Roberta?
Yeah, well, see, I have a hard time with that because I really liked this movie, but I don't think it's like 10 quality. It just it just really topped all the other Fantastic Four attempts.
Yeah. It really because they were so bad.
All of the Marvel, I'd say the past couple of years for me. I haven't been happy with Marvel, and this is the first time that I was like, I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with it, and it looks good, and then it's fun. And
Roberta's led into my bonus question. That was part of my bonus.
I like the character. Development and all of it. I like how they had it feel more like a comic book. And
so which one gets the nod though, Roberta?
I think this one
or Superman.
Superman's good for Superman. I was saying Superman fixes a lot of the wishy-washy DC.
Right, I agree.
And I think this fixes some of the Marvel.
Both of these films turn around a supposed fatigue by the viewing audience of superhero movies. That's where all the critics are going. The audience is just tired of superhero movies.
Well, Rob,
not going. No,
let me give you the bonus.
What you do with it?
I'm going to jump ahead one to the bonus question. So, is this a good new beginning? Like the Superman movie, I think was a good beginning for fixing what was going on with DC, even though Wonder Woman and stuff was pretty good, I guess. But I mean, is this Fantastic Four going to fix some of these crappy things we've had for the past 2 or 3 years?
I'm answering your question. Yes, in both cases.
Bingo.
I would say yes in both cases.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
So, because I agree with everything Roberta said, which is I've been really disappointed in some of the recent Marvel output, and it felt like they've lost their way.
I haven't gone either. I didn't see Thunderbolts. I didn't
Mhm.
see the
Oh!
Captain America one.
Well, let me ask you a
I
question
didn't-
though, Roberta. Do you include like the television in with that, like Moon Knight
Not
recently they
well.
did?
See, here that's another one.
I
It's
was
like
disappointed in Moon
I'm
Knight.
fatigued
Yeah, it
with
wasn't that
that
great.
too, even though I really do like some of them. But
Yeah.
I mean, there's too many.
Yeah,
I think
I haven't
So,
seen
I-
any
Too
of the
many to
TV stuff.
care.
I think Marvel publishes too many comic books too, but
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
Wait.
mean, I'm paying for my
Oh,
streaming
yeah.
services. I'm getting tired.
right.
So I
I
think
don't have Disney Plus, so
Yeah.
I don't
I'm
plan
a
on getting it.
big fan
Yeah,
of
that
James
helps.
Gunn, and I think he's a sort of singular talent. Like what he does is he makes these kinds of movies, and he makes them in a way that makes me want to see them.
Yeah.
And so, and I'm with him. I'm with him for the long haul. Even if he missteps, I'm still going to go back.
Yeah.
And the Marvel movies have recently felt like committee movies,
Yeah.
Yeah.
where it's
Yeah.
been where there's not a singular vision. There's like a group think going on
Yeah.
of how we got to make this movie tie into 30 other movies. And all I really want is one really good movie so that I
Right.
can go to the next really good movie.
Yeah.
And so I give the DC folks that nod because I think these are singular visions of James Gunn from their top down, and the Marvel stuff is, feels like 80 people.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I still love Fantastic Four, and I will go see the next whatever. If Fantastic Four leads into Fantastic Four 2, I'm there. If Fantastic Four leads into something that is not Fantastic Four 2, I'm into that too.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be Avengers Doomsday. It's supposed to be the next tie-in. Fantastic Four is supposed to be in that. So
right.
One of the things that my son and I caught at the end of the Thunderbolts movie,
Mhm.
Yes.
had one of their stingers was the Fantastic Four ship, it looked like it was hurtling through the atmosphere, through space or something. So I don't know
Okay.
how that's going to tie in, but
Well, that's my second question. Okay.
Mhm.
So I'm glad that the movie's great and I want to go see it and I really do. And but what I wanted more than it being a really good start to more good Marvel movies, my question is, did they leave us with a cool way to bring Fantastic Four into the rest of the MCU? Or is it just its own standalone
Well,
thing?
they are in their
No.
own
Yes.
world, but
Yes.
yes, I think so.
yes.
You think there's a way
Especially
that they can bring it all together where it's not some crazy, stupid
If
multiverse
you-
thing where there's just different groups of our characters that we like doing different things on every different thing?
Stay-
Or
They have a
are we going to get
plan.
one coherent thing? That's
stay
what
for
I
the
wanted.
end. Stay for the end
Okay.
scene.
I think
Yeah.
they have a plan for that. I really do.
Yeah, that
I
was
think
my
that's
question
what
too.
Doom is in this for. If you,
Yeah.
from what one of these,
Hmm.
Well, I'm glad to hear that because that's what I
One of the YouTube
wanted
things that I
something to
watched.
bring it together. Because
Yeah.
while I do like the multiverse stuff, it's just like I'm tired of the multiverse stuff.
this is it's supposed to all get resolved in this phase of superhero movies from Marvel.
Yeah.
the
universe.
multiverse is why I didn't buy DC in the 70s because I couldn't get it all. I didn't understand all their
It was
their different.
confusing.
I don't need 15 versions of Spider-Man that's supposed to be Peter Parker in 15
No.
different versions. I'm tired of it. I don't
No,
want it.
no.
I
Well,
just don't want that.
I
When
thought
he's-
that movie was really well done, though.
Me too.
Spider-Man,
The Spider-Man movie?
multiverse,
It was.
It wowed me.
It did. I
really
loved
was
it.
enjoyed
great.
I did.
I was
didn't
all
like
in.
it. And I love
And-
Spider-Man, but I didn't like that one.
Yeah, but there was only one Peter Parker in it. There wasn't a bunch of Peter Parkers from the different. It was different Spider-Mans
Miles
from different
Morales
things.
was Spider-Man,
Right.
in the
Yeah, but
multiverse
he was
movie.
Miles. He was not Peter Parker though. So that's what that was.
No.
That's what I liked
But-
about it.
So I want to get back to what Rob said earlier, and sort of pick it apart a little bit. Not to criticize Rob because I agree with him.
Oh, no.
But you said that there isn't superhero fatigue, and I totally agree with that. It is. People are tired of bad movies, just like people are
Yes.
tired of bad movies that aren't superhero movies.
Mhm.
Yes.
Right,
And
100%.
right.
you could easily say people are tired of indie films or people are tired of romantic comedies,
Right.
as they are superhero movies. And also, I think the thing that people don't understand or don't want to report is that we don't have the kind of money we had 10 years ago and 15
Right.
years ago. And
Well,
it's
movie tickets $12.
Yeah.
And you're taking a family of 4 out to the movies. That's $100.
Yeah.
And that's without buying any popcorn.
Mhm.
And I don't go to a movie without buying popcorn.
I got to buy popcorn.
I gotta
What's the
have
point?
popcorn. Because
Even if I'm full, I still got to buy a
I think it's
popcorn
the
and an
best
icy.
popcorn in the world.
It is.
It's at the theater.
And
I
also,
buy a big bucket of it, and it's gone when I leave. And if I
Same.
got a free refill, or even if it's a cheap refill, I fill that
taking it with
sucker up again
It's taking it home. Yeah.
and take it
absolutely.
home and finish it off later.
yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it's
Yeah.
so I think that, and also when I see a movie, I might go back to the theater and see it a second time
Yeah.
or a third time.
Yeah.
I won't do that anymore because
No,
I'll
I
just
don't
wait.
either.
Yeah.
I
Because it's
wish
too
I
expensive.
could.
It's too
I wish I
expensive,
could
and
afford
so
it.
Yeah.
that's where
I mean,
what superhero quote fatigue is about.
Right.
It's bad
I
movies
got, I
and high
got grief
prices.
for us going to a full price movie
Right.
for a full life.
It's
We
tough.
could have gone to see this for $2 less next week, and I'm
Yeah.
going $2.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. How about I give you the $2 and we go today? How
But
about that?
I will say
Yeah.
that there are some movies like the Marvel movies, like the DC movies, like the James Bond movies or whatever that need a big screen
They
for
do.
that
Yes.
first viewing.
Yeah.
And I think
I agree.
because
I
I'm
agree.
still of the age where that was a spectacle, and if they're going to make a spectacle, like if it's just a young couple dying of cancer and they're crying all throughout the movie, I don't need to see them on the big screen.
Right.
I'll go see that on my TV. But if
Oh,
it's
Got your
if
big
it's-
screen TV in the living room.
that's right, because I have a TV bigger than the 5 TVs combined I had as a child. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
It's-
And again, the wife goes, "Our TV's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't need a big TV."
Well,
Well, quit
I
sitting
kinda
so
like
close
it.
to it.
You're like, yeah, but now you can get one at Walmart for about $350. That is so
I know. You get a
TV.
70-inch screen for,
Oh
Yeah.
my
for $400 bucks.
It ain't
It's
happening
not
'cause
IMAX,
my
though.
wife is going,
Right.
"The one we have is fine."
That's it. It's not
It-
IMAX.
I'm almost ready
That's
to knock
true.
it off
I agree.
accidentally.
Oh, it broke.
And so this is the reason though that I do go see like the Thunderbolts. I go
Mhm.
see them on the big screen.
Good.
I'll come home and I might complain about. Now I like Thunderbolts, right? But I might come home and I might complain about it. But if it's a superhero movie, I'm probably 99% chance I'm going to go see it at one time in the theater.
Right.
At least, yeah.
Because I want to. I want to
wanted to go see
experience it that
Thunderbolts,
way.
but
Yeah.
it just didn't work. I couldn't ever get
Right.
the.
I got to
I
see
think
half of it
right.
on the airplane. So I saw half of it on the airplane. I'm
Oh.
hoping to see the other half when I fly back to
On the
Orlando.
way back.
Well, I'm,
Yeah.
the thing I like about the superhero
I
movies
liked
in
it, too.
general is I want to see how they do it. I want to see how they
Yes.
pull it off, and I want
Same.
to see it I want to try to see it as quickly as possible because I want to be able to have these conversations
Yes.
with people that I know who've seen it,
Right.
Mhm.
and I am. I don't know what it's like with you and your friends when you get together to talk about these things, but I like to sort of not sort of pick it apart, but like, why did they do this? What's this
Critique
about?
it.
Where do you think
Yeah,
it's
you
going?
want to
Where's-
critique it.
I-
Yeah.
I-
Answer
yeah,
your
like,
questions.
Yeah, I like to pick it
look
apart. That's
I
my
look
problem.
at how it was made too. And like looking at the color palette that they
Yeah.
used and the film itself had a certain tinge to it
Yeah.
that it that tells you that you're in a different universe.
Right.
Right.
So
Oh.
yeah, that's the kind of stuff I look at all that as well
Yeah.
as the story and the characterization and all that's important to me.
Because
Now most moviegoers, does it is it good?
Yeah.
Do I am I entertained at the end? And that's fine for
Are
them.
you
But
not
I
entertained?
want to see all this other stuff.
also,
I'm
I
looking
mean,
for that.
when you
And that
when you
was in this movie.
when you see the 5,000 people in the credits who make the movie, that's like an army. Somebody
Mhm.
somebody marshaled
Yeah.
an entire army to make a movie.
Mhm.
I want to see how,
Yeah.
any
Hey.
one decision could have derailed that at any point.
Yeah.
Spoken like a true editor, it's hard enough to wrangle 5 or 6 people together to
Right,
make a
it
comic
is.
book, right? How did
Yeah.
they get 5,000 people together?
5,000 people, because you got to trust everybody down the line to sort of deliver. It's
Yeah.
one more point before we go. I guess I want.
Yep.
This was the best Reed Richards I thought I'd ever seen.
Oh, that's good to hear.
And
He was
people were
always
worried
subtle.
about him
It's
too.
subtle.
because
It's very subtle.
he's always like an arrogant know-it-all prick in the comics.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And and now you can see him. He's a scientist. He doesn't have the answers. He's working on the answers. He's solving a problem. He's got some
He's
data.
vulnerable
He's
a little bit.
Right.
He's got to get numbers. He's not sure if things will work, but he's headed in the right direction, and he's piecing it together as a scientist would, not as some jackass. And I think that's
the key is one line. Yeah, the key is one line that he says when he's asked, "Are we safe?" And he turns around, and the look on his face and what he says, he says, "I don't know."
Right.
And
I'll give Pascal another chance.
And it crushes
You
him.
should.
I'm giving him one more go.
See, it's crushing him.
Yes.
He wishes he had the answer,
but he doesn't.
So So Pedro Pascal brings the right stuff to this.
He does.
Yes, he does.
Oh, I love him.
I wish
I
they'd
love him.
left the mustache off, but
well, he said
he's making movies. That's his gimmick.
Yeah,
You can't take his mustache
I
off.
get it.
He has said that for one movie he shaved his mustache off, and then when he saw the movie, he's like, no,
nobody knows who I am.
I'm putting that back on.
His mustache and his beard that he can't grow in because his beard's like mine. It's terrible. He's got a terrible beard.
He looks like a 17-year-old coming back from summer vacation.
That's fine.
Yeah, there's many times in the comic when he's got like 2 days growth of beard anyway.
Right.
You know, he's got 5 o'clock shadow in several of the books. So that because he's been in the laboratory for days on end trying to get something.
That's how you know he's working hard for you.
That's right. The Dynamic Universe said IMAX and 40K with the chair shaking. Maverick Top Gun 2 was an experience. I like the science parts of Fantastic Four. Flying the 60s rocket ship was classic sci-fi with superhero elements, and I agree. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with the Dynamic Universe.
Have y'all seen any movies in those 40K movies where the seats actually move and all that kind of stuff?
I have
gotta go. We got a couple of them in Orlando. We gotta go.
On my budget,
IMAX, yes, but not the 40K.
When my kids were young, we went to Legoland in Southern California, and they show a Lego short in 4D. And what that means is they spray you with water and shoot bubbles at you.
Right.
No,
it's like most of the Universal rides or screen rides like that.
It was great. It was great to take the kids there, and I don't regret that for a second. However, as an adult on my own, I'm not going to want to be.
Yeah, but you got those chairs that where they vibrate with the crazy car chases and all that kind of stuff. That might be fun.
I went to see what was the movie, The Earthquake, way back in the 70s. Yeah, with the sense around where the seat shook.
That was a dude behind you shaking your chair.
And I turned and looked to see if the guy behind me was shaking my seat, and there was nobody in the seat behind me. Because it was weird because it did so. But that really didn't add to my experience. I'm already immersed in it here.
Yeah.
So
it takes me out of the movie, I think, and I think Roland might appreciate this.
Yeah.
I think Roland might appreciate this. If we're watching a movie in Southern California and my sheet,
yeah, you don't want that to happen.
Yeah,
no.
No, yeah,
that's not a good thing. You don't want to pay extra for earthquake stuff. Yeah,
no, I'm wetting myself if that happens.
I don't remember where I saw Titanic, but I remember the second half of the movie. They turned the air conditioning up. It was hysterically cold.
Oh,
to make it seem like y'all were freezing and stuff.
Yeah, it really
bring a
did
door.
help the movie though.
Which is interesting because I went to in Branson, Missouri. There's a 1/4 size replica of the Titanic, of the bow of the Titanic, and a museum on the inside. And there's one section of it where you walk through a door and you're out on the deck at night on the Titanic. And it's cold as hell out there. You're going, ooh. So they have tried to give you the experience.
Yeah, that's right. Everybody throws a bucket of water on you. Here.
Or ice. They start throwing ice.
And then you understand why so many people died in the water.
Sure.
So
well, listen, if I was on the Titanic as it was sinking, I would be complaining the whole time. I would not be stoic. I would not be quiet. If I have to stay behind because women and children first or whatever, I'd be sitting on that deck going, "Gosh darn it, it's so cold there." Do you know it's below freezing?
One last comment. Dynamic Universe said the new trend for Superman and Fantastic Four is starting past the origin story and assuming you know the basics and jumping right into the main story. But I don't think it was for Superman. I think that's probably more known than the Fantastic Four. But I thought they gave you enough of the Fantastic Four so that if you didn't know, you
figure it out. Cool.
Yeah,
So
it was done in snippets and flashbacks.
Yeah.
I love it, but unfortunately, we have a 12-year-old, and his first movie for Superman was this one. So now we have to show him others because he hadn't seen Superman at all.
You need to show him Chris Reeve for sure. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
And just start him on the journey of Thomas and Martha Wayne getting murdered every day.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Over and over and over.
Constant.
You'll love that.
Hey mom, hey dad, let's go down this alley again. Again.
All right. Well,
Thanks, guys.
we have been at it for our time tonight. On Tuesday, don't forget to catch that Silverline show on Tuesday where they talk about lettering makes it a comic. If all you've done is writing a bunch of words, then you've written a short story, novella, or novel. If all you've done is draw pretty pictures, you've done a picture book. Only when a letterer sits down and takes the words off a written script and transcribes them onto comic pages do you. I didn't write this. This is long.
Yeah, Tim TK writes the longest intros.
Do you have a comic book? It's the only storytelling media that combines both the sensibilities of art and literature into one format. Which is more important? That is on Tuesday. And on Wednesday, I just got the update here.
This stuff. This is really short.
I don't even know what we're doing on Wednesday.
They've titled it,
be there.
That Was a Comic? A look into films with little-known comic book roots.
Okay.
Oh, that ought to be
Interesting.
Jonah Hex, Men in Black.
I just watched one of those yesterday with my
Road
wife
to Perdition.
Netflix.
Yeah, that was on. That's
Old
on
Guard.
Wednesdays.
Yeah,
wasn't
that good?
That is
Charlize Theron.
It's excellent. Both chapters
I have
so
to look
far.
for that one.
Excellent.
Extraction with Chris Hemsworth is apparently based on a graphic novel.
Watch that. I know the author.
Really?
It's Andy Parks,
He's
isn't
a friend
it?
of mine. Yeah, Andy Parks. He's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's a rich friend of yours.
I don't know about that.
Next week.
You know how Hollywood is.
I know.
We are going to have Jimmy Palmiotti on, y'all.
Yippee!
Oh, wow.
Jimmy Palmiotti is going to talk about crowdfunding. You know him. He's a writer and an artist, and he's a master crowdfunder. Being one of the OG Kickstarter comic creators, we will talk with Jimmy next week about the current issues of crowdfunding.
Now, here's a question, though, about that. Because whenever we have a Malibu person on the show, Tommy always asks the Malibu person to tell a story about Roland. Now, can we ask Jimmy to tell us a story about Tommy?
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
I
Oops.
encourage it. Yes.
Okay.
I encourage it.
Oops.
About his fair play, sir.
It is what it is.
Bye, Roberta.
All right.
Bye, Roberta.
Thank you. Thanks to everyone for hanging out with us. As we like to do here at the end of our streams, remember to
make my Silverline. Wait a minute, there's nothing on my hand. I'm sorry, I don't have anything. Oops.
Hi, I'm Dave Dorman. Make mine Silverline.